They didn't wait for me to die. That's the part people don't understand. Most folks think families fight over houses after funerals, after wills, after gravestones. But my children, they took my house while I was still breathing inside it. I didn't lose it to a bank. I didn't gamble it away. I didn't sign it off because I was confused or sick. I trusted my children, and that trust cost me the only home I ever owned. If you're watching this and you think, my kids would never do that to me, please keep listening, because that's exactly what I believed too. My name is Eleanor Brooks. I'm 72 years old now. That house, the one they took, wasn't fancy. No gates, no marble floors, just a modest 2-story home in a quiet neighborhood in Ohio. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, a small backyard with a clothesline that still creaks when the wind blows. But every inch of it had my fingerprints on it. Richard and I bought it 38 years ago. We were young, exhausted, and broke. He was working double shifts at the auto plant. I was waitressing nights at the diner on Maple Street. We scraped together the down payment from overtime and birthday money my mother had saved for me. The first night we slept there, the mattress was on the floor because we couldn't afford a bed frame yet. We laughed about it. Laughed until we cried, actually. Happy tears. We painted the walls ourselves. Pale yellow in the kitchen because Richard said it reminded him of sunshine, installed cabinets on weekends, planted a maple tree in the front yard the day our first child, Daniel, was born. That tree is taller than the house now. Its roots have cracked the sidewalk in places, but I never minded. Every crack reminded me we were growing something real. When our daughter Lisa came along 2 years later, we added a swing set in the back. When little Michael arrived, the surprise baby, we turned the attic into his bedroom. We celebrated birthdays in that dining room, graduations on that front porch, Christmases with lights strung across the eaves. Richard built the porch swing with his own hands. I still sit there sometimes and swear I can feel him rocking beside me. Then Richard died. Sudden heart attack, right in the middle of breakfast. 1 minute he was buttering toast and telling me I looked pretty in my old blue robe. The next minute he was gone. 43 years old, just like that. The kids were teenagers then. Daniel 16, Lisa 14, Michael 11. They needed me more than ever, so I stayed strong, kept the house, kept working, kept paying the mortgage from that same kitchen table where we used to do homework together. I raised 3 children in that house, fed them there, comforted them there, paid for their college tuitions there, 1 semester at a time, sometimes skipping my own doctor visits so the checks wouldn't bounce. When they grew up and moved out, I stayed, alone but proud. The house became quieter, but it never felt empty. It felt safe. It felt like proof that I had survived. It started slowly. That's how these things always begin. First came the concern. Daniel would call every few weeks. "Mom, you shouldn't be living alone at your age." Lisa would text, "Mom, what if you fall down the stairs?" Michael, the quiet one, would say almost nothing, but when he did speak, it was always the same. "The house is too much for you now." They didn't say it with cruelty. They said it with smiles, with worried eyes, with hugs that lasted a second too long. Daniel, my oldest, the one who always took charge, suggested I give him power of attorney. "Just in case something ever happens, Mom. I handle contracts for a living. It's just paperwork." Lisa nodded along like it was the most natural thing in the world. "Yeah, Mom, it's smart. Everyone does it." I hesitated. I asked questions. Why do I need this now? I'm still driving. I'm still paying my own bills. I'm fine. That's when the pressure started. Daniel's voice would drop. "You don't trust us?" Lisa would sigh. "After everything we've done for you?" Michael would look away and mumble, "Do you want to end up in a state facility?" That sentence hit harder than anything, because fear makes people careless, and I was afraid. Afraid of falling, afraid of being a burden, afraid of losing the last piece of Richard I had left. So one Sunday afternoon, they came over, brought takeout from that Chinese place on High Street I always liked, brought the grandkids, Daniel's 2 boys and Lisa's little girl, so the house would feel full of noise and laughter again, brought papers. They sat me at my own dining table, the same oak table Richard and I bought at a garage sale in 1989. Daniel flipped pages quickly, too quickly. "This just lets us help you with bills if you ever get sick. This one is medical only. This protects your house from liens or taxes going unpaid. I remember pausing on the third document. The heading said Deed Transfer/Trust Agreement. Why does this page mention property? I asked. Daniel laughed, that easy, confident laugh he's had since he was 5. Oh, Mom, that's standard language. You're overthinking. It's just to make sure the house stays in the family if anything happens to you. Lisa squeezed my hand. We'd never hurt you, Mom. We love you. The grandkids were running around in the living room, laughing, chasing each other. The smell of fried rice filled the air. Everything felt warm, normal, safe. So I signed all 3 documents. In that moment, without realizing it, I handed them legal control of my life. Things changed fast after that. Mail started disappearing. Bills I used to get every month stopped coming to my mailbox. I'd call the electric company and they'd say, "Ma'am, your son Daniel updated the billing address last month." Property tax notices started going to Daniel's office downtown. Then came the renovations. Workers showed up unannounced one Tuesday morning. I opened the door in my robe, still holding my coffee, and there were 3 men with tool belts asking where the upstairs bathroom was. "What are you doing here?" "Remodeling job, ma'am. Your son hired us." I called Daniel. He answered on the first ring. "Mom, don't stress. This is for resale value. New fixtures, fresh paint, makes the place worth more." "Resale?" I laughed nervously. "I'm not selling my house." Silence on the line. Then quieter, "We'll talk about it later." A week later, a realtor walked through my living room without knocking. She was young, clipboard in hand, measuring the windows like she already owned the place. I stood in the doorway, arms crossed. "Who let you in?" "Your son gave me the key, said you were expecting me." I wasn't. I started asking more questions. Daniel brushed me off every time. "Mom, relax, we're just modernizing." Lisa would change the subject. Michael stopped answering my calls altogether. Then came the gaslighting, subtle at first. "You already agreed to this. We discussed it last month. You're forgetting things again, Mom." I wasn't forgetting. I have every bill, every receipt, every memory cataloged in my head like a filing cabinet. But when 3 people repeat a lie long enough, even a strong mind begins to shake. They scheduled a doctor's appointment without telling me why, said it was just a checkup. I walked in smiling, walked out with a label, mild cognitive impairment. That single sentence became their weapon. I went grocery shopping one Thursday, same as I'd done every Thursday for 30 years. Came home with 2 bags of produce, a carton of eggs, and the little chocolate bar I treat myself once a month. My key didn't work. I tried again. Nothing. There was a note taped to the door. Plain white paper, Daniel's handwriting. "Mom, this is for your own good. Please, don't make this harder. We've moved your things to storage. Call us when you're ready to talk." My clothes were inside, my wedding albums, Richard's ashes on the mantle, the swing he built, the tree we planted, all of it locked away from me. I stood on my own porch, the porch I swept every Saturday morning, and felt the world tilt. Neighbors stared from across the street. Mrs. Harlan from next door came out, saw my face, and just shook her head. She didn't say anything. She didn't have to. I sat in my car until it got dark. Cried until my chest hurt so bad I thought I was having the same heart attack that took Richard. That night, I slept in a motel off the highway, room 214, stained carpet, flickering light, 72 years old, sleeping in a motel because my own children changed the lock on my house I paid off 15 years ago. The next morning, I went to the legal aid office downtown, found it by accident, saw the sign while driving past, tears still drying on my cheeks. A young attorney named Maya listened quietly while I told her everything. She didn't interrupt, didn't sigh, just took notes. That afternoon, she pulled records. The house had been transferred into a family trust. Daniel was the trustee, Lisa and Michael were beneficiaries. The house wasn't being protected, it was being prepared for sale. And the proceeds? Split 3 ways, while I was still alive. I confronted them the next week, asked to meet at a coffee shop so I wouldn't have to look at my own front door again. Daniel didn't deny it. He leaned back in the booth like we were discussing the weather. "Mom, you had a good run in that house, but let's be realistic. Property taxes are going up, maintenance is too much, this makes sense financially." Lisa avoided my eyes, stirring her latte over and over. "We thought you'd understand eventually." Understand? They had already spent the money in their heads. Daniel wanted to pay off his lake cabin mortgage, Lisa wanted to expand her salon, Michael wanted to invest in crypto again. I looked at the three faces I used to kiss goodnight and felt nothing but cold. I didn't yell, I didn't cry, I just said, "You took my home while I was still in it." Then I walked out. The legal nightmare lasted 7 months. They filed paperwork claiming I was unsafe to live alone, listed the house as an asset under management, told the court I had verbally agreed to downsize. I hadn't, but documents don't care about tears. Maya fought like hell, pulled every bank statement, every text message, every email, found the original power of attorney, the one I signed at my dining table, and proved the deed transfer was added later without my knowledge or consent. She got me a temporary injunction to stop the sale. We went to court.